Uh-oh. How far back is this? Are you kidding me? This is why I don't play video games.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Telling me what to do and helping me, I would have saved.
That's a good question. Reality is ruthless.
Yeah. Sure is. I can't believe. Oh, it's because I didn't realize I only had one health left. Alright, let's molest this corpse again. I guess, Kim. Are you ready to molest a corpse? I mean, last time Chinchilla's were covering it, so it's not like it's a... You know, it's like it's a whole new experience. Chinchillas were covering it last time. Plus, it's not that far back, because I play slower with
this
Chinchillas
ice bear
around, because I'm watching them.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? A gust of freezing cold. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrap. You pocket the note and a friendly cartoon bear.
Good question. It looks... I know. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy.
It's certainly an...
But the optics, your visual confirm.
Shall we go and...
The two of you, easily. The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in a nice bare fridge. This is something I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
You mean dragging the body away with Kim, or what I just did? Jesurit, whatever that means.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
As impressed, at least we've stopped the body.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Gesundheit is good health in German. Okay. We're turning into the Third Reich. We already turned down fascism here.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
You can do it. You can touch it. You got this. I'm so cool. Oh, hey. Is this unlocked now? Or... Hell yeah. Is there a way to have gay sex? Would you two calm down?
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah, I want to look inside you.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find. A few bricks have fallen off.
Okay, so if I put this on, I'll be closer to the gay path. Gloves would be useful for corpse and visor. That's what I'm talking about. This is the kind of tips that I need. Bishi, stop trying to fight him. You can't reach him. I know, Bishi. Do you know chinchillas are 10 times as likely to kill each other than humans? This one, interfacing. Yeah, but chinchillas are like one of the top homicidal killers.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. Its
They
guarding
live in
over the
herds.
freezing corpse hidden inside its belly.
But this number might come from captivity. I'm not sure how they get the number. So there's very little chinchilla left. So there's only a few studies of them, and they're all in Spanish. They're all like colleges that are in like Spanish in the region. Like they have some cameras out. You can see some chinchillas occasionally, but it's always at night. What's the general alignment of the chinchilla homicides? I'm not sure. I know that like prairie dogs are the number one killers. And
Shoot, Looney. I
it's
like
because
it a
only
lot,
the alpha
This
female,
really
the
is
patriarchal
your
female can have
finest
kids.
hour.
So if she senses
You're a
another prairie dog is like
genius.
mating
A
or
regular.
is
Cop.
pregnant, she'll kill
Come
them.
back later, Corporal.
and it's like a
Amuse
serious problem
yourself with
because
my frank
they're
manners
like
and my
carriers of black
memento
plague.
mori
So it wipes out
features.
the entire colony
If
with no survival.
possible,
So it's like wiping out prairie dogs.
also,
There's a bunch of them dying from black
see
plague
me in
constantly.
your dream.
Your arm reaches out. His
Chinchillas
face,
live in Chile,
his cheeks, his nose,
Peru.
his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
They're one of the animals that lives at highest elevation.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in. A vision of black and dark red.
Alpacas are a little bit
pried
lower, but
open
yes.
by your hands. You see a hole, barely visible.
Alpacas
to
live
the
at the
human
height of
eye. It is swallowed
vischachas, which
shut.
are chinchillae,
And abrasion collar.
but not
This is
chinchillas.
what we're after.
Abrasion color.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem. The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian. This man will never sleep again. Never wake. Your yellow fingers slide into. The lieutenant answers with your fingers up. Your fingers reach ice cold surrender. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in
No,
the
I
back
just know a lot
of
about
his head.
chinchillas
Your finger, the object that is in there,
and their
stops just short
habitats
of the
and
skull,
where they
in
used
the
to range and
encephalus.
stuff
We
like
have
that.
the makings of very small exit wound here.
It might not even be alpacas. It might be
You
llamas. I
pick
don't
the
know what
object
lives at the
between
higher
your index
elevation.
and middle finger. Feels sharp, like
Good.
the inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag,
It's
leaving
Carl
a
from
smattering
Jimmy
of blood
Neutron.
on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle. Of course. We need to add an item to the injury list. High velocity, temporary cavity in brain tissue, small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion? And one last
he's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death.
treatment of this injury. Yes, and the belt around him. Dead. I did not just... There have been others.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There is, of course, the very real possibility.
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it does not explain all the other dubious things here. That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them to hide something. The real killer, the real motivation, what really happened here. Oh, you really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure, yes.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. Work on the case. 10 to I'll leave that choice to you.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away ice cream makers are buzzing and the sea wind blows out. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until...
A thick layer. Looks like this furnace has a face.
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building.
Smart man would say.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire.
Maybe I want to do it a third
A
time.
thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace. It's dark and grimy here.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hang on. Is this going to be some blackface shit? Like, are we talking war paint, or is he going to paint his entire face black? It's like 3 fingers is like one thing. That's hilarious. But like smearing coal all over his face? I don't know.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto
That's
your
what I'm talking about.
telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
Listen, Kim.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it. These 3 stripes give you strength in this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
And this protects you. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Just pointing out, this is not traditional 70s war paint. No idea where you got it.
Now I kick it.
A thick layer of coal dust. It's dark and...
What are you doing? Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back, now and always. This sounded real, not imagined. It's dark.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
There's no option to look inside and yell. You're trolling me. Now what am I doing? Come on, pal. Come on, you can do it. Where's that?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think. Hard to say. No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
I forget how you do this thing. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. I am an elite gamer.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see.
Stop trying to fight him.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come.
Apparent logic error. She's not.
You're so
Trying to
mean.
take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Our higher perception lets us see these now. I don't know what these are. Alright, I'm kicking it.
A thick layer of coal dust, a hollow ring.
That takes all your health? Are you serious? That's crazy.
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm. Yeah. Scream. There's no shame. Cop suffers.
That's ridiculous. That's... How do you kill yourself but with one kick to a furnace? Oh, shouldn't I go talk to Kamo with Kim? What happens if what if I unplug one of these things?
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I have 2 HP.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows.
Hey, you there, Kamo. Street urchin.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Okay. Keeps... Oh, for the caller, I thought it said seller. What do you want from it? I don't know. I thought you said, ask Kuno what he knows about the armor, I guess.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
Okay, Jack.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
Dope.
You want to fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Thanks, Kuno. You're the
Still,
best.
seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost.
You guys gotta stop with the slurs, okay?
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Okay, well, I'm gonna beat you senseless, and then we'll see how you don't care. Yeah, there's a skill check I gotta do with this fucking racist. What does this racist want me to do? Jump through hoops for him. Oh my god, controller.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to... Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Nah.
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that look.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too. This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the
Haven't
one
we
he
all?
told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and 2 steering levers. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's...
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
What, you don't like me anymore, Kim? Wait a second. Kim? Don't let us forget about Kuno's armor. I have a pry bar in my hand. I'm so stupid.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in
Don't
the
I have
shadow.
a physical instrument tank top too? Hell yeah.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. Pry bar in hand, you take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass. Goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now. Looks like the window might be shatterproof. You may have to rethink your approach.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and paint.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Interesting. Probably like a modified radio
Strange.
or something.
There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty old toolbox under the seat. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Haha!
Looks like her, yes. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? We should talk with Titus, see what he's got to
Titus.
say on the matter.
His name is Titus.
Are we-
The movie stars are still smiling from the wall. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Radio, posters, a trace of motor oil smell under all the cigarettes. You close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
You'll hear about the cartel Wi-Fi, where like they needed to pay their own Wi-Fi network. So what they did is like they built these shitty Wi-Fi towers and basically told people they have to pay the Wi-Fi bill or they're gonna fuck them up. Like the cartel also have like their own radio network and shit, own radio towers.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
The probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Yes, well...
Unimportant.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition. We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Yeah,
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation.
yeah.
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over, after you.
Look, I'm doing it. Okay. Now what should I do? Should I read my case files until it advances the clock? Oh, I gotta go get that armor. Oh God. Yes, what do you want?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
He chooses to believe what's best for her.
Oh, you know, Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
Ugh, another white rapper.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Wait, there's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like,
Whoa. What else? Silent communion. That's good. Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself. Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. No matter. It's a fine stanza. You're not so bad after all. For a cop. They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see. Let alone honesty in verse.
in a small office behind the old military hospital, hunched under the green glow of his desk light, Officer Hans Blau browses through a test print of his Futurist magazine. It's called The Futurist. The typeface on the header is too small. The lieutenant closes his eyes and lets slip a loud, long sigh.
If you say so, officer.
You found some common ground with this man, even in...
Hey, whoa, pal. Watch where you're throwing that thing.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing.
Yeah, Kim,
Fine,
we're trying to
it's
fuck.
a Bell McGray. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I understand. Unfortunately, I don't know what else to tell you. These BMs are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Come on, Control, you can do it. Yeah, I'm looking for the armor. Where's it at? Need to ask who. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
That felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often. No, you shouldn't. You're an officer of the law. Hey, I've got an idea on how to fix your style. Maybe you should just go fuck yourself, yeah? Ever thought of that?
Right to work! Right! Things are busy enough.
The hulking man oozes stuff.
I didn't even mean to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to this sleazebag, Frenchy-looking motherfucker.
I guess getting past the man ain't that simple after all. So, what now? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cups in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly.
What
That's
sort of
I
technical
did some
stuff?
research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots, well, it looks like you're wearing them. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
All of it? There are junior officers out there eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
A mesquite epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it's a minor nuisance. It's all good. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now. You look down at the white ceramic sabatons hugging your arches and calves, surprised at how well they fit. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor, figure out its vulnerabilities. Remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
The boss fight, yep. Now I'm gonna go over and see the twink, and then look at some case files to advance stuff. Oh, twink! Swink is 2 hours. Yeah. I got case files for 2 hours. Unless I want to see my bestie.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright, sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time. No. That's all the snitching Cindy the Skull does for today. Actually, I don't even know why I told you what I just told you. I have a weakness for animals. It's the animal thing again. Damn it.
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you either way.
Heh. Where's that? No, of course I didn't take the quest from Everett because he was getting all corrupt on me, and I have standards. Has there been shoes I could have picked up the whole time sitting right here? I'm such a silly guy. Oh, those are coins, not shoes. They look like little booties.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle
Yeah,
snaps like a twig.
After
boy.
you, detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Marzov.
Karl Marx.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard.
Okay, so what was the point of that? Anything? What is this? I don't want this. How do I get rid of this? How do I throw this away? The jacket, right? Conceptualization. So I get it. I get a. Oh, okay. They sure do. They sure are little homos. Those revolutionaries.
You hear someone walking around inside. The walking stops abruptly. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
What? Hey, Crinjo.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Oh, is this your mural up here? This cool skull, huh? Cleaning lady can help. Okay, I'll talk to her. Sydney, you think you're so cool, but you literally sleep in a fucking coal furnace, you fucking loser. You there, cleaning wench.
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman. Oh, that one is a scientist, a future scholar. I think he studies astrology at the community college.
Oh my god.
Education's good. I always tell them to study. Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall. That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head, as though to say, let it go. Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
She really doesn't like those nut jobs. Bad blood there.
No one lives there. It's been empty for months. Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there. Maybe it's those countercultural people again, breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you? Great. Young people. They're worse than rats. You know, always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
Okay, whatever, lady.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Gross. Wait, I don't go this way, right? I go like another way. No. Sup, hobo girl? What if there's a reason and it's to make fun of her? Because she's a fucking loser. Yeah, I know white doors are locked, so.
It's the ledger you... Oh, and the cool piece of toilet paper is stuck to the back. Yes, at last. Why, yes. Every last Harry still feels like there's
Harry
something
DeBoy.
missing from that. Insufferable dicks. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it and smoked cigarettes and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved. No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. Murder. Tum-tum. Beaten to death. Joseph Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more. No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day. No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open. Right on the... No one enters. Mills hasn't... See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply. And yeah, smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie... Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. The note is written with a blue pencil on a...
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled, S. You'll find the filament memory with the offside copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Suliswaf.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Which is to say, not very good.
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes you... The lieutenant glances at his electronic wristwatch. A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
Do you know what the Union's like song is? Union has like a song to counter the Dixie song. It's called John Brown's Body.
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre.
You there.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights.
Time for
its
gay
distinct
sex.
streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Yeah, I'm here to fuck you.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather. Trust me, you do. That's nice, but I don't have it.
He takes another drag.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Who knows, detective? Different, of course. You like talking to him. It made you feel special. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview.
Got a problem with homos, Kim? Trying to get my fuck on. Where's that? Oh boy. Okay, so this is the dude who I have to blow now. Oh, fuck. Yes. Oh my god, bro. This little dress up party that we got going on here, buddy. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know. I think this goes better with it. That's not that.
You have acquired a hat. Keep it officer. It looks good on you.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason, you feel this man is your superior. Superior, but he's not in the command chain.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
Well, can I suck your dick?
Yes, make it clear you're the one setting the terms here.
Mm-hmm. Setting the terms of the dick sucking.
Yeah, let's fuck with him. Who does he think he is? Assisting you?
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy. That's really all I can tell you about it.
That didn't work at all. What was that? You were supposed to fuck with him. The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Oh, I thought I could ask him about multiple things. I would have asked him about the robe. Damn it.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez. Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8? That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. Drummers? Why, no. But then, I don't know what a drummer is supposed to look like.
I think we can drop the drummer angle. That was my bad.
I went back inside.
Yes, back inside. Keep yourself safe from the killing.
Were you able to see anything?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them.
So
and I am
what the
quite
what,
certain that
Papa?
one spoke with a Mesk accent. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't the break you were hoping for. I think we have everything we need. Thank you for talking to us, Mr. Villedroit.
Of course, anything I can do to assist the RCM. The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. Your employer, technically speaking. It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%. But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public. A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing...
Oh my God, shut up!
But I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Whatever you wish, officer. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? We won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. Sure, go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
I just wanted to finish that conversation so I could fucking put on a flannel because it was getting cold. Okay, buddy. Now it's time to get that sucky on.
Was there anything else? My friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue. That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since. EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as...
Are we gonna fuck or what?
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole. It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next level. A supranational political alliance, the United States of Occident. You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy. It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation. But we were talking about my friend here, not politics. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulan Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in. Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too. Sorry, who? But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for... I'm just enjoying the view. We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active. I'm all ears, officer. Of course. I'm sorry I couldn't be the break you were looking for.
Fucking politicians, man. I'm trying to love his character, but he wasn't into me. Ow.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? Only the red cable is somewhere. A machine hums along with the current. This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that the bear's eyes are still...
All right. I will need a little help carrying him. You take...
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it,
Tub.
this is not the bathtub, the water. You feel nice now. They're not even really thought. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with... You see the... Then, houses along the waterline recede.
All right, now we're clean. Characters who stay up all night like who? Who should I talk to? Where should they go? I can talk to the union guy. I still have to talk to him to accept a quest or something. Crime, romance, biographies of famous people. Okay, yeah, that's a terrible name. Measurehead. Which one's Joyce? Is there anything I should be doing though? Oh, Joyce by the boat. The rich lady. Okay.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really... I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually
I agree.
degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful. Find out for yourself endomorphic blob.
Okay, buddy. Whatever you say. Oh, measure head. So weird. More than enough to please a woman. Oh, God. Vagugu. Fachungus. So if you go into the communist quest, you have to like deal with fucking Cindy the Skull all the time. You find out he never comes in women. Okay, good for him, I guess. I only come in men.
What can I help you with? Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation?
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
I've kept my eye on the Camioners, even tried to get to know one. It's a mystery I'm already invested in. Which one of them, if any, could organise such a complex operation? Okay, I thank you for sharing that much with me. My employer thanks you as well. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath
You're gonna send in
sound
all the
cold in her
mercenaries.
mouth. They taste of iron.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of
Why
Rivershaw
don't
West.
you just like not?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering. Crenell, an Oronese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched. Last, nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. It is very far from disco. My only hope is that we provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power. The Union has over 2,000 men.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, detective? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Too many things have already gone wrong. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the little that is not from following suit. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
Uh-huh.
If you mean did I see him alive, yes, but I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills. Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator. He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions. He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Uh-huh.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such. Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. Yes, your condition. The International Collaborative Police maintains a database for these sorts of things. Perhaps you should consult it. It was just a suggestion. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. The remaining contractors, their tribunal, it's what they believe. That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez. Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
You meet her soon enough, you feel.
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out.
Uh-huh.
For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
Oh my god, I get all the trophies.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
The situation at the gates is a powder keg. She says she wants to avert catastrophe, but that's where she draws the line. I call bullshit.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. I hope I can answer it better. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience. Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. Of course, excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century, over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
Where is he now?
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think. Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this. Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. His platoon members? The other contractor.
It could go this or the other way. Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to
Do what you have to do, detective. Is there anything else I can help you with?
The 15th Indo tribe. Because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forberg and North Jamrock. Running from
I should have
wild
researched
dogs
this
in the
way
valley,
earlier.
hiding scents under rocks and stealing clothes off clotheslines, and sometimes even the copper wiring of phone lines. You may have been one of them. This must be a childhood memory. The 15th Indo tribe was your Indo tribe, set to rule.
Fuck off.
The rest of the kids are dead now. Car accidents and drug overdoses. Only you remain.
Kept telling me what? Pick this thought, pick that thought. It's feeling tight. Yeah, because she's boring. I want to talk and hang out with Kuno. Kuno doesn't fucking care. You know?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something. The door is indifferent to your...
What, she had more dialogue? There's no way. Shaka ducka ducka ducka.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? I fear I've told you all I know. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Who's Lena? The old grandma made me run all the way back here. You're the one fucking with me. You're making me fucking see Sydney the Skull all the time.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again. Surely things can't be that bad.
You sense that she won't judge you, no matter what you say.
You know where we are, right? Now. We are alive in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags. And the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol. Oh my, how would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally. Everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? You're joking. Try again. One. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take
It's
this
winter
pen.
outside,
Knowledge
though.
should always be rewarded.
By design, normal people talk to her when they go down the stairs.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
What? What are you talking about? What mode of government?